Chapter 42, Chapter 7. Duke Hazel's mansion slowly returned to its original state. After all the damage was quickly repaired, Duke Hazel ordered his subordinates to immediately dispose of the corpses of the intruders and repair the magic damage from their battle. Moreover, many small craters were formed in front of the residence, and a fire raging in that area because of Beatrix's magic. After giving orders to his men, Duke Hazel was currently sitting inside his study. He is with his wife, Eleanor, and his daughter's magic teacher, Beatrix Altavica. They were sitting down to discuss the incident that had been happening at Duke Hazel's residence. Duke Hazel, what exactly happened? Why are there so many master-level assassins? Even Grandmaster attacking your mansion? Beatrix asked Duke Hazel the crux of the matter with a serious face. I didn't know it would end like this either. No, to be more precise, it wasn't over yet. They might send another assassin to this place. Duke Hazel sighed heavily and leaned back in his chair. Honey, wouldn't it be better if we told Beatrix about this? Eleanor was worried when she saw her husband's exhausted face. Yes, honey, I think so too. Duke Hazel straightened his back and looked at Beatrix. This started a few months ago when I met King Jonathan. Duke Hazel began to tell the cause of all the attempted assassinations to his family. Several months ago, Jonathan Nagel, the king of Nagel Kingdom, and Duke Hazel's superior, summoned him to the castle. He had a one-on-one conversation with the king. Duke Hazel explained a matter that King Jonathan wanted him to deal with. Why was this matter left to Duke Hazel? The city under his current jurisdiction was Moisen City, the capital of Nagel Kingdom. The city close to Moisen City is Dugald City, although not as sophisticated as Moisen City. Dugald City was city with good management, but that's just the skin. The man who runs Dugald City right now is Marquis Jacob Remington. He has indicated to increase taxes at will without the king's approval. The king suspects that Marquis Jacob is collaborating with a large criminal organization, and is also indicated for other crimes such as murder and human experiments. In addition, Marquis Jacob is also suspect of a human trafficking, but the king still had no proof. The king had sent spies to look for evidence of Marquis Jacob's involvement with these crimes, but they all disappeared and never came back. The king asked Duke Hazel to look for evidence through the intercity lord. Approaches Duke Hazel became more frequent and visiting Dugald City for businesses and political reason, but it seemed that Marquis Jacob had suspected him from the first time they met. Duke Hazel searched for evidence of Marquis Jacob's involvement for quite a long time, and then until he finally found a bright spot. he discovered what criminal organization Marcus Jacob is collaborating with, and its true purpose. Marcus Jacob cooperated with the criminal organization Dark Legacy, which is indicated to commit human experience and murder crimes. The goal of Marcus Jacob is money and power. Dark Legacy will help Marcus Jacob get what he wants, but he had to help the Dark Legacy by providing humans for their experiments. Even if Duke Hazel knew, he still didn't have the concrete evidence to prove Marcus Jacob's crimes. But before getting that evidence, Marcus Jacob already knew that Duke Hazel had exposed his crimes to the king. Then he asked Dark Legacy to kill Duke Hazel immediately. That is the origin of this accident. That's the story. Since then, I've always been targeted by the Dark Legacy assassins. I had reported this matter to His Majesty. However, it is difficult to predict when the Dark Legacy will move, and I still have no coincidence evidence of their organization's involvement. Duke Hazel sighed heavily, and his face darkened. This is getting more and more dangerous. The criminal organization, Dark Legacy, is a dangerous organization filled with powerful people. They must have people with power on par with me, or maybe on the level of sage matrix expressions. I became serious after hearing Duke Hazel's explanation. Yes, I understand. That's why I don't know what to do right now. It's not just me being targeted, but my entire family. Duke Hazel gritted his teeth in anger. Calm down, honey. I'm sure we'll be able to find a solution to this problem. Eleanor held Duke Hazel's hand to calm him down. Yes, thank you, honey. I'm feeling better. I will also report this attempted assassination to His Majesty. Duke Hazel sighed, grabbed his wife's hand back to previous gloomy atmosphere in the room, turned romantic. Cough. Then how about Clara? Beatrix quickly cut off the romantic moment. I'm sorry. I got carried away. Clara's condition is fine. Even better than we thought. Eleanor answered Beatrix while laughing shyly. Yes, luckily Ken was there, otherwise I can't imagine what will have happened to Clara. Duke Hazel's face suddenly turned gloomy again. Duke Hazel, what is the origin of Clara's new butler? His family or where he lived before? Beatrix is still curious about her feelings when she first meets Zeal. That suspicion grew stronger after the accident at Duke Hazel's mansion, so she must know Zeal's true origin and purpose. He was the one who saved me when I was attacked by the assassins from Dark Legacy in the middle of the forest. He told me that he lived in a village on the outskirts of the forest, and his family is the former servant of a certain noble. That's all I know. Duke Hazel explains where he met Zeal and his background that he knew. Isn't this weird? Do you know how strong the assassin that attacked you was? Beatrix tough, and she cursed her little lips with her slender fingertips, and her movement looked so sexy. I think their strength is at the level of master. Duke Hazel recounts a group of assassins, and Black attacked him and his party, And how strong Clark's new butler? Nature kept asking the Castle questions after question. He's just a senior knight, and he showed it right in front of Raven and me. You can ask him later. And he said he was able to defeat them because he used a single use magic tool and temporarily doubted his power. Duke Hazel re-explained what happened back then. So he used a disposable magic tool to help you. Isn't this weird for you, Beatrix? Finally show his suspicion on Zeal. I thought so at first, but I feel I can trust him. And if he wants to do evil to us, he's done it from the start and won't bother to help Clara. Duke Hazel smiled widely and looked like he trusted Zeal a lot. But if you think about it, Beatrix tried to convince Duke Hazel of her suspicions, but someone's voice cut her off. Beatrix. Eleanor shook her head at Beatrix. He motioned for Beatrix to stop trying to convince her husband. Beatrix immediately understood what Eleanor meant. Alright, let's hope everything will be fine. Beatrix couldn't help but smile bitterly and don't discuss the matter any further. Beatrix suddenly felt a chill run down her spine, and she looked around. Duke Hazel's room, restlessly sweet and dripping from his forehead. Beatrix, what's wrong? Eleanor asked worriedly when she saw her friend suddenly agitated. No, nothing. Beatrix stammered because she felt someone watching them in the room and releasing tremendous pressure on her. Zeal suddenly opened his eyes and woke up from his sleep. He got up from his bed and put on a robe to cover his body. Then he took out a plain white mask from his spare storage. If this matter drags on, then I will never find peace in this place. Tonight I will finish them, all at once. This problem bothers me. Zeal decided he made his clone sleep on the bed, and instead this was to prevent the possibility of someone suddenly entering his room and knowing he wasn't there. Then Zeal put a mask on his face and disappeared from the room.